If you would keep me waiting, I would wait a lifetime. In tricky situations, I will be a lifeline. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, no. Keep coming back for you time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the hoops, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the hoops, yeah, baby, I got you. 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 Baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. Ocean in between us, still I feel your heartbeat. There's something about you, baby, that makes me feel complete. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, no. Coming back for you time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the hoops, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the hoops, yeah, baby, I got you. 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 I got.
The legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Welcome everyone once again to the Esports Club Valorant Community Cup powered by LG Ultragear, Intel and Crucial alongside our broadcast partner Loco. I'm CCV John alongside Universe and we are bringing you the upper bracket quarter finals. Now we have 8 teams in the playoff stage of the Community Cup. Out of those 8 teams, 6 of them have already played their matches. 3 of them have moved on to the upper bracket semi-finals. 3 of them are down in the dungeons in the lower brackets. And right here, right now, we have our final matchup of the quarterfinals. It is going to be Lethal Esports up against Prime 5. Definitely the most hyped up match of the quarterfinals. Universe, how are you feeling ahead of this duel of teams? Can you say something, Universe? Oh, from the looks of it, looks like you're having a couple audio issues. Don't worry about it till then. Let me take the audience through exactly what has been happening so far. But again, yeah, if you're just tuning in, you did not see the previous match that we had at 4 p.m. It was an amazing affair. We had the best of 3 between the likes of Paradise Esports and Revenant. And as we can see on the brackets, even though it says yes, Revenant end up winning 2-0, it was a lot closer than that. Paradise Esports, relatively up-and-coming team, a team that we haven't seen really a lot here in the big stage. Here, the Esports Club, they still gave an excellent performance against the likes of R&T. Again, one of the best teams that we have in the region for the time being, regardless of the roster changes that are being made. But yeah, Paradise gave an intense fight, and with them going in the lower brackets against True Rippers, it is going to be extremely difficult for both the teams in surviving that best of 3. And it seems like Universe is back. Can you say something?
Yep. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, alright, great. So sorry about that. My microphone had a little bit of an issue, but yeah.
No worries.
As I was saying, I am pretty excited about this matchup. I think, like you said, this is going to be the one to look forward to, because everybody knows that these two teams have got the upper echelon skill, right? We've seen Lethal Esports. We know that they've got a couple of hard hitters. We've got Sensei, we've got Rafa, we've got Marzel, Lucia, and Android. And of course, on the other side, we've got Stranger, Beast, Zaria, Jivix, and Casper. The previous Salt Esports lineup as now Prime 5, with a couple of here and there changes. And looking at the map pool, I do have to say that this looks a little bit on the safer side for both of these teams, because clearly Haven, Ascent, Bind are the safest maps out there. If you consider Split to be one of them as well, it's you could say this is the safe 3 that you could go for in any sort of map pool if you have taken up this game. And Haven, I think starting off that seems a little something that I would love to see Lethal Esports play, in terms of how they are going to change their routine. Whether it's going to be Sensei playing is Sensei going to be playing that chamber? Is he going to stick to the duelist role? How is it going to work out? It's been a while since I watched either of these teams play, so I'm just going to sit back and enjoy what I will see today.
Oh, definitely. For the side of Prime 5 and Lethal, it has been a while since they've been here, the Esports Club. So definitely will be amazing to see them back in action. And the thing is that if we go to the decider map of Bind, by far that's going to be the most interesting map, because both the teams playing in the qualifiers, they have played Bind against various other opponents. Lethal Esports, they end up winning on Bind 13-9 a couple of days ago in the round of 32s against Professional Esports. I believe they're an up-and-coming team. They've got a couple of known players. And then Prime 5 had defeated Team Punished on the map of Bind as well, 13-6, also in the round of 32s. So definitely, if Bind is going to be there, it is going to be the most hotly contested map by far of this best of 3. But otherwise, looking at the maps, Haven's present, Ascent is there. Yeah, on Haven, very close call. We saw, looking at the results of Prime 5, just in their round of 16. So basically the final match that they had to play in order to get a position here in the top 8. They played against Bonk, which, I mean, the team the team name may be quite funny, but they definitely encompass some amazing players. You know, Bonk is made up of like Trist, IonQ, SMX, Paradox, Lost. So I remember this team has been going around by multiple names. But this time they played against Prime 5, the map of Haven, and it went to 16-14 overtime. So a very hard fought win, and had Bonk won that, it could have very well been their side who would be here against Lethal Esports. So Prime 5 definitely do have experience in having these close encounters very recently. They've got to be careful on that very map. But overall, this to me does scream it may go to a decider, but we haven't seen the performances of Prime 5 against the members of Lethal Esports. It's been such a long time since these teams have been on the big stage, so I can't really completely predict how the performances are going to be of the 10 players.
Yeah, I am excited about the I would say the freshness that these 10 players would bring. I think that while Lethal
Yeah.
Esports has been around for a little while now, I think it's about 3 months or 2 months or so that this squad has formed. They're trying to give a little bit of the room that they require, still not up to where they would want to be. And I think that through here, if they're able to find themselves a victory, and if they get to the top 2 of the Community Cup, should give them a boost of confidence, as well as a good amount of respect that I think this team deserves for the
Yeah.
players that they have. But we will see that. We will see that once the game begins. There's a lot of stuff that is underway right now for Lethal Esports, as well as Prime have been around. At least the 4 of them players have been around for quite a while now. As Salt Esports earlier, where they
Yeah.
had pretty I would say moderate success, but they haven't really been able to make their mark as what they wanted to
Exactly.
make. And that kind of has hampered their recent form. Sometimes they've lost to teams that we did not expect them to even give away one map to. And I hope that's not going to be the case in this tournament. But this is going to be a difficult task for them. I think that Lethal have quite a bit of experienced players. We know that Marzel is one. We know that Sensei has been quite an extensively praised technical player in our region. While that is true, it's the chemistry of Salt Esports that also keeps them running. Jivix is pretty great. We know that. We know Stranger's an amazing, initiator player. His Sova shock darts are one as good as Kappa's almost. So, yeah, Prime 5 have quite a bit of experience in terms of team play and, sticking
Definitely.
together, chemistry. But Lethal Esports have individual brilliance. So, it's all about if they're able to work off of each other, play the trade game, which we need to see, which wasn't there quite evidently in the previous game, where we saw
Yeah.
Paradise have kind of trouble with it. Here, I don't think it should be that much evident, but a couple of missteps could only prove them to get better. So we will be starting the game in just a bit, ladies and gentlemen. Prime 5, Lethal Esports, both are locked and loaded in, and we are going to the agent selection.
All right, here it is, map of Haven right now starting off, and as per the exact, like compositions, Fade has been chosen by Rafa.
Oh, I like
Wow, okay.
this.
That is very interesting. Neon is also there. You've got Breach and Omen. That is, whew, that has caught me off guard. Like, you go for
Yeah.
Fade, you go for Neon, you go Breach. I'm sorry, I didn't even look at the other team and their composition. I was just mesmerized by what they're planning right here. But it's definitely an interesting one, and I genuinely can't wait for the pistol round to get started right now.
Yeah, me neither. I think this is going to be an interesting one. I love seeing the fade. The fade has
Yes.
been pretty interesting to watch. Again, the only other agent that has been introduced in Valorant that I believe, at least in my opinion, who's been instantly put into competitive high tier Valorant action apart from Neon. Other agents, like,
Yeah.
it took some time to get in, but Fade was an instant induction into this game. So let's see how Lethal Esports, and in particular Rafa, is able to work that devil of an agent. Here we go. The pistol up and running. The first map of the last quarterfinal of the Community Cup. Okay, Sensei. Getting the Headhunter for that turret is not really the best of options to waste your ability on. And immediately Jivix will delete him for that. Android though, look at him. He's got a really good flank and he's able to find one. And it looks like, oh no, 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 no. They've disconnected. Two of them have disconnected, it seems. And oh boy. Alright. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, we're gonna have to take this into shop.
Yeah, it just was very, very unfortunate what happened, but they disconnected, I think, after the initial couple of kills. Could not have been rehosted, so unfortunately it is what it is. But definitely, yeah, I'm not really sure for what reason they disconnected. Hopefully, thing is they resume back. But a pistol round lost to Prime 5, there wasn't really much that happened in that round. You know, almost instantly Lethal Esports were on the flank of Prime 5 and they started peeking the angles. They won majority of the gunfights. They had map control as well. So, well, that was that. But regardless, you know, it's going to be a very, very good round for Lethal now, you know, with them having better guns. I think it's going to be a whole lot better for them.
Yeah, it is going to be better for them, but I feel really, really bad for what just happened to the side of Prime 5 because they took the early frag pretty easily. Jivix was doing really well. Beast got two himself as well, but unfortunately, two of their teammates got disconnected. Their game crashed. They didn't get disconnected. The game crashed. They will be loading back in immediately, but yeah, once that is done, we shall be getting on with the round. Unfortunately, because they crashed right after the timer started, that round will not be replayed. So we're going to have to stick with that. 1-0 in the favor of Lethal Esports. And yeah, well, let's hope that these game crashes do not happen anymore for the side of Prime 5.
Yeah, fingers crossed right now. But overall, it has been, I mean, it's just been one round. You really can't argue what is going to be the entirety of Haven. That's the thing with such a round, is that we didn't see any of the gunfights taking place. We didn't see any of proper engagements, and because of the fact that two of the members disconnected, the thing was definitely in the comms of Prime 5. There must have been confusion. There must have been anger for the game crash as well. That's why according to me, they just weren't there entirely. So round 2 is going to be a whole lot of better judgment. Seeing how they'll be playing very, very soon, we can jump into that round as well. But yeah, for the time being, I definitely am looking forward to seeing Prime 5 bounce back from this. You know, it's just a pistol round. This round as well is not going to be any forgiving on their side because of the fact that, well, they'll only have pistols. And Lethal, you know, they are going for the proper anti-eco. We spotted a Marshall, Spectres, full armor, half armor. Everything was there from their side. So keeping that in mind, this round as well is going to be quite harsh on Prime 5. But after this, they can definitely look to make a comeback and, you know, get back into the groove after what has happened in round number 1.
Yeah, well, we are waiting for the players to get reconnected and just sort out a couple of technicalities. But yeah, well, as of it stands, it is Lethal Esports with a pistol. And the neon on the Haven map is something that I have not been used to. I don't think we've seen it that often. I have seen it in the international games, of course, a couple of teams, you know, taking on that neon role. But here, do you think that for Lethal Esports, this could be a good setup? Because I'm looking at their, you know, entire lineup right now. They're using both of the latest agents, of course, the neon and the fade. They're using a double initiator with the breach trying to, you know, facilitate the work as well. And they have an Omen, which comparison to an Astra. So it's the entire roster is different from on both sides because they have a Killjoy and there's a Chamber here. And the only thing common between the two is that breach, which is not something that you see every day. If usually is the one agent that ends up being common is maybe, you know, the controller or the Sova, usually. Right? And it's not, nah. So I'm really excited about this form of you know, Lethal Esports. And Android already has shown his very quick backstabbing skills. So let's see how long he's going to go ahead with this.
Yeah, it's the plan for Lethal Esports as well, is because they definitely weren't aware of the disconnection on the side of Prime 5. So it was Android's plan to backstab very rapidly. I guess he got
Yep.
some info that there was no one on A main, and that's why he just went for it. Now, heading into round number 2, things are going to be very different. We are back into it. Everyone is now ready. Hopefully, the game crash is now solved. And jumping back into the game, from the looks of it, yeah, exactly what we were discussing. Anti-eco for the side of Lethal Esports. As of Prime 5, they will be struggling with just a bare bones by ghosts, frenzies, shorties. It's not going to be the most optimal one, but they are saving credits for round number 3, and they're just waiting for someone in Lethal Esports to show face that they can try and kill.
Well, Lucia holding down towards Garage. He does have a trap to help him out in the facilitation of that hold. It's been taken out. Sensei with one. Here's one flash coming in, but it blinds his teammate as well. But Marcel doesn't care about that. He gets the kills, and that's all that's needed. His teammate Lucia gets away safe, and now Beast holding down towards his own spawn. Just waiting for an exit frag of some sort to come in. That frenzy investment is going to go to waste if he doesn't get anything. Plus a couple of stars as well. So at this point, why would Lethal even want to push? The spike is on their doorstep on Garage. And Rafa. Okay, weird exchange of bullets. Okay, all right, okay.
How many?
30 seconds left.
Yeah, and Rafa will lose his life. As Android, it's also going to give up a little bit of his utility, but in fair use, he gets one kill as well. So, Lethal, not the cleanest of rounds in terms of what just happened with Rafa, but a round that they will take indeed.
Exactly. It is a round going in their favor, and they only lost one member, that was Rafa, but that's it. You know, it was still a good anti-eco because they prevented Prime 5 from planting the spike, and they got rid of all of them. So now, heading into round number 3, this is the full bonus round for Lethal Esports. As for Prime 5, this is the time of investment. We can see 5 rifles, 4 people with full armor. So yeah, they are ready for it, and all of them actually are huddled over towards C-Long. We can see that the Sova drone gets a bit of information. Now you have the slowdown, the concussions from the defenders. They're preventing the attackers from pushing in. But Jivix is inside. Beast gets one kill. Lucia will be only good for a single. Sensei tried to hold off the members of Prime 5, but they've already infiltrated deep within. And for now, it's Android and Rafa by themselves in 2 very different corners. Rafa can do so much.
One enemy remaining.
That's one. Oh my god, he clutches. 5 HP, but he still secures it. Exceptional play right there from Rafa.
Well, that was brilliant, and with that, Lethal Esports have got exactly what they wanted. A third round for them, which is going to allow them to get through a little bit more early on in this game towards that dominating side defense. But it is an attacking map, so lose faith not yet. Prime 5, you've got a lot more to go. You had a almost good pistol round. Oh, that's a good reveal. Rafa clearly been practicing his lineups with the fade. Knows exactly what to do. The Haunt will get one, but Sensei is going to find one with his operator. A kill. That's better. There is a trade-off that's come, though. That has been in the form of Marzel. Lethal. Oh, they're going to lose Android as here we go. 3 versus 4.
Right.
Pistols just to work. Gaspar got to fall into the trap. There's Beast going down as well. Okay, Rafa! Hello!
Asshole.
How?
Oh, right, okay.
All of them were headshots.
And he
All
was
of them.
stunned.
I mean, not the first one, but headshot, concussed, headshot, spray, headshot. How? My god, Rafa is just on another level right now. And he's already got the ultimate. The Nightfall is ready. 6 kills and he's only died a single time in 4 rounds. Oh, if there's anyone I'd be afraid of, it's Rafa. And then the second person I'd be afraid of is the Fade.
Well, clearly she is a scary agent. Being from the land of Turkey. Rafa again inching towards that A shot position, and he spammed down Beast almost down to less than 10 HP. He's 19, and he's gonna stay alive as Rafa gets closer. There's Marzil gonna try and push them off their angles, and he goes into the smoke. No, Rafa, a little too unprepared in terms of information there. And that's a 3-man stack now, thanks to Android's. Oh, Android? I think he missed Zarya, but did he spot Zarya? I'm not quite sure. I think he did, but Zaryab's ready for this, but he will not be getting that kill because Android's better prepared. And he goes back towards that C side, and now they know. They know that there's no way they can go back from here. They have to enter to the A side, and Beast is going to make a good entry, but only to be taken out by Sensei immediately. Android shuts him off from half the side. Mars is not going to connect that shot, something I did not expect, but Sensei is the master right now.
Oh, Android can't push through. No, he decides to push the aftershock, looking for an angle on Jivix. Meanwhile, Sensei is still peeking towards the main boxes, hoping he can find the Brimstone. No, it's going to be Stranger the Breach. Sorry, not the Brimstone, who wins that duel. And Android, well, he's by himself. And the thing is the crossfire is too strong for anyone to conquer. Prime 5, they held their ground in that 2 versus 2 scenario. They planted the spike, and the positioning absolutely definitely favored them because of the fact that the time went on their side, and it was the clock ticking down for Lethal Esports and their members. They had to make the move. They chose to take the gunfights, but they ended up losing, both of them, thus end up losing the round as well. Still, the thing is, that's only the first round Lethal Esports have lost. Prime 5, they have a lot more work to do if they want to equalize the score. And this is where, as a Lethal Esports fan, you guys can still be more optimistic. And Lethal Esports, the players can be optimistic as well. Because on Haven, they're doing well on defense, considering this is a large map and can favor the attackers at times. Rafa is still looking to be aggressive towards A main. He had the Prowler early on. He can use the Cs as well. But meanwhile, towards the C bomb side, you have Android with the opening kill.
Well, Lethal have got a good set of control in every part of the map at the moment. Oh boy, an Android. He's sneaking into enemy lines. He's cutting them into half. And one part of that half is going to be lessened by a number. But Casper somehow expecting this. No, he was looking in the right direction, but just an angle away. Android's done enough. It's a 4v3 now, and the ultimate not going to be affecting anybody from Stranger. But Marzils will push them back. They're not going to get into the C side. There's no way they're going to even be encouraged to think about it. And they run away instantly. And now they've got Rafa to face off against on the A side, who should be hearing this rotation come in any second now. And he has his own ultimate that he's going to be using very well. The Nightfall is going to be ready. He also has the Haunt and the Cosmic Divide, just to keep them at bay for a bit, not for too long. 13 seconds on the clock. They need to get the plant, and there it goes. The ultimate comes through. There goes the utility from the others as well. They're deafened. They're not blinded, so they will be able to get some kills at least. Tivix and Beast will get one each, and now it's a 1v1 for either side. No, make that a 2v1. Lucia and Marcel will play the perfect crossfire to hold off each other's backs.
That was very well
They
played.
will find round number 5.
Yeah, from the side of Lethal Esports, if you can have an instant replay, you know, we're seeing the early round right now, but towards the late round, you had the Nightfall getting the location on almost every single attacker. Aftershock to get the attackers out of that cubby corner. Then you had the fault line towards A shot. The flash was present from Breach. Breach did an excellent job with all of that utility usage, and then you had the defenders flooding in from defender spawn. You still had Jivix, you know, playing that hell angle. And kudos to Jivix. He could have clutched that out, but unfortunately he lost a gunfight. Can't really blame him. It was a very pressurous situation. But yeah, from Lethal Esports, their utility usage was top notch. And even right now, look at the utility usage. The concussions from Neon. You've got the, you know, the Fade getting info. Rafa, very wide gunfight. Android as well in the corner. So yes, the utility usage was definitely there from Lethal. But what a counter from Prime 5. Look at this. My god, 3 kills, no deaths.
Yep. It looks like he's not going to hold on for too long though, unless Lucia has something to say about it, and Sensei as well. He's worried about the fact that somebody could be lurking around the corner towards mid, but that is not the case. They're going to now
Spike
try to
planted.
save their weapons. 40 seconds until they can go to the next round. Lucia waiting for somebody to come by. He's got his teammate who's gonna be joining him towards that A long position, a main position. He's far off towards C. And Jivix, oh, he's running around. He's a bunny right now, jumping about the system, and he's been spotted. Now they need to be aware of two different angles. But Sensei is going to be good for one, going to be good for two. Sensei's tearing them apart. He hears a third coming from behind him. He's not going to be able to get that kill. Jivix is in the air, blasting off his head. But one weapon, at the very least, will be saved. Oh, that almost was a kill.
Prime 5, I don't think they'll really be very, very sad with, literally so saving that gun, because it still means that Prime 5, yeah, they took the round win, and that's what matters. They're still down 3 rounds. The economy, though, finally is doing well, and the economy of Lethal Esports, now it's down in the Dutches because of the fact that Prime 5 just won a thrifty round. They got rid of almost all of the guns their opposition had, stole them, the operators back. And yeah, now I'm just waiting to see what miracle Jivix can do with that rifle.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
Jivix definitely not going to be able to get that Prowler. But Android has a very good positioning here. The smoke will not cover him up though. Not at least until he gets back. As Casper throws in his... Oh, now they know. There's a shotgun here. And Android gets away immediately. Sensei has a weapon to work with. Throws down his teleporter. And he gets a brilliant kill on the back of it. Instantly gone back. Jivik still with the operator, looking to be a menace towards this A site. And one after the other, this thrifty round, or a semi-buy of sorts round, is working out. Ooh, Jivix, too quick on the trigger, shuts him down through the wall of that box. And now, it's Marzel and Rafa on the A side, taking on the entire pressure of Prime 5. And it looks like it might just be enough here, CCTV. There's one, but Rafa is not going to be able to support Marzel as he fights Stranger and dies. And now it's a 2v2, which is quickly going to be turning out to be a 2v1. Rafa gets a little too close. Comes in on the other side. Stranger finds him. And it's all about the timing now. But Jivix will put a stop to even that. As one more round comes into the favor of Prime 5. 5 and 3. They keep it alive.
Boy. They keep it alive, but it got very, very dicey towards the end. Rafa could have swung wide from left or right of that main box, could have gotten the kill, and the entire round could have gotten any way. So, alright, now both the teams going to take a big, big breath and, going to try and reset themselves heading into round number 9, because a lot has been happening with the past couple of rounds. It's been back and forth and back and forth. We've seen thrifties, we've seen kills with the headhunter, with the sheriff, with the operators. So both of the teams have to really take a step back and realize what their overall plan is and genuinely take things slowly. The early rounds have been slow and methodical. Even right now, Prime 5 took around 20 seconds in the action phase. They're trying to push into the B-bomb side. Jivix got the opening kill, but now that he's been traded out, all the responsibility falls down onto Stranger. He uses the rolling thunder, goes into the bomb side, gets the opening kill, but even he is traded out. And from behind, you've got Rafa looking to get a double. He manages with that Vandal beast. Goes for a flank of his own. The thing is, though, by eliminating Rafa, he's given his location to both the members of Lethal alive.
And Sensei is going to use that to shut him down. He was forced to walk into the B side. The spike was dropped way deep into it. And because of that, we have now Lethal winning around to their own finally after quite a bit. Let's see how that works out for them. Lethal Esports have pretty much got everything in their bag. They've won this half, at least, if not won this half, they've at least sorted it out to be a level score line. It could be 6-6, or it could be anything more than that for them. And this timeout from the side of Prime 5 is very important. 2 rounds that they won were really good, but they need more of it, and they need it right now. Good time to call out the timeout, actually, so that they can break the momentum of whatever Lethal Esports are thinking about.
True.
While they do have a buy available, I mean, it's sort of a buy, not exactly a buy. They do have money for everybody, but if they lose this, they're going to have a bit of trouble in the rounds to come. Whereas on the other side, they are working with weapons. Lethal, I'm going to say weapons in the fairest of senses, because even their economy is actually not that great, CCV. Because Android is forced on the Spectre. He does have his ultimate available, so that's a good thing. They have 4 ultimates. They have the Nightfall, the Tour de Force, but Sensei doesn't need it because he's got his operator already active. Now he's got to take a fight.
Watch out! I'm out of here.
Oh, we may expect fights very, very soon. Usually, so far it's been at the 22nd mark of the action phase. So right about now, someone or the other will be progressing forward from the side of Prime 5. This time, just looking for info. They're not, face checking anything. You can see towards the garage side as well. KJ is extremely passive. Even from Lethal, there's nobody present on garage. So both the teams are taking it very slowly, like just a total speed. 40 seconds in. Now this is where the attackers have to make a move, because this is the time Prime 5 must realize that, okay, yeah, Lethal Esports are not doing anything. Boys, we have to push forward. We need to get the kill. We need to find some sort of information. Lucia was looking to get some info, and he did a lot. He spotted at least like 2 attackers right here on A main. He knows, and he has communicated to his team exactly what Prime 5 are up to. That's why Lethal Esports are prepared for it. They're trying to deal with it. Marzel is completely flashed, and unfortunately they can't deal with it because 4 members of Lethal are completely gone, eviscerated off the board.
Well, that was a very unfortunate death for the penultimate person right there. And yeah, well, let's see how they cope up with this now. Rafa, out of the open, takes some damage. Zarya will clear him out, and that's going to be number 4. A good win on the back of that timeout there, CCV. It really seemed to have worked out for them.
Yeah.
They played it a little slow. They waited outside the A side for a couple of seconds, baited out the utility as much as they could, and absolutely tore them through. That one Hunter's Fury caused the moment of chaos that they needed, and they ran in, flashes, everything worked out to perfection. Lethal, slowly but surely, getting crept upon.
Oh, Lethal Esports, this is trouble for them. They can still try and salvage the half with like a 7-5 lead, but this round I don't believe is gonna go their way. I mean, look at their buy, Shorty, Sheriff, Spectres. It's a very weak buy. They are trying to save money for the next round, and the final round of the first half. The Tour de Force is present. It can get a couple of kills towards A main from Sensei, but the thing is, Prime 5 are just very rich in terms of credits right now. They wouldn't mind even if all 5 of their players died. All they want is a round win. They have more than enough money to go for a buy in the final round. This time, they're just waiting for an execute, and they will find that. But before that, Marzel finds an excellent kill onto Jivix. That's the spearhead of the attack gone, and right from behind, a double for him, and he has infiltrated the defense further of Prime 5. Only now have they managed to shut this Neon down.
Rafa was there with him, and Beast did not know that. And now that's left Stranger alone. And he's going to be taken out. Worried about 3 different angles. The window, the garage door, and the B side. And it's going to be the B side player, Lucia, to get him. Wonderful stuff from the side of Lethal Esports, especially Android and Rafa. That instant flank, double kill. And Rafa to get Beast where he got that trade, which was very necessary. Leaving Stranger all alone. LE do secure the half, at least to a 7-5 as a base minimum, but can go on to an 8-4 if possible here. Let's see. Towards the A side, yet again they go. Rafa's haunt will not give him anything at the moment. But Android's position might give... No, it will not. Jivix expects it, deletes it, and will find his team the advantage. There are two ultimates available, both the earth-shattering ones, and Sensei, no. Marzil
Wait, why
again, you have the
Marzil?
ultimate. Why are they peeking out
Yeah.
to a 5-man stack all by themselves? No utility,
Yeah,
even
without
Marzil
any
had a
utility.
flash. Exactly.
Exactly, no utility. He was out in the open in one of the most vulnerable angles possible, alone. Yeah, Nightfall still there with the Rafa, but this is a 2 versus 5 retake. Highly unlikely Lethal Esports can do a lot. Let's see. Lucia gets real-time info about the attackers. That's one player gone. That's another eliminated. Maybe there's a
hello?
chance Rafa dispatches one more member of Prime 5, but now finally Prime 5 strikes
Oh
back.
my God!
Lucia on a 3K.
Lucia!
He gets it! How? He gets a 4K. Out of 5 people, he eliminates 4 of them. 2 versus 5. 1 versus 0. No, you can't even fathom what Lucia has just done here by himself.
If that one kill from Rafa hadn't come through, Lucia would have been in a world of trouble. But he teleports away, and for I don't know what reason, somehow it was just not seen by Jivix. He's standing out in the open. He should have noticed that teleport. But he goes down, and so does the last man standing. That was a hit and a half. Lucia. What a round to bring himself back into the game. He was 5-5, and now he's 9-5. Amazing stuff, Lucia. What a clutch.
Whew. Boy, that... Okay, if I'm someone in Prime 5, I must be devastated. Gutted. Now in the pistol round, Android gets the opening kill. That's Casper gone. Stranger all alone in the bomb side has the flashes to work with. He was quite close to the attacker. Swings wide, doesn't go in his favor. And now the spike can easily be planted by Marzil. And effectively, now it's been turned into a 5 versus 3 retake scenario. Prime 5 don't have the man advantage, don't have the time advantage. What is their plan to... start from here? Because the problem is, Lethal have all the angles covered. Look at that, Sensei. Beautiful headshot. Jivix also goes down. And this looks to be a flawless pistol round universe.
Oh boy. Well, that was quite a flawless pistol round.
Yeah.
Lethal
Not much
Esports.
to say about it.
Nothing at all.
Exactly, because the thing was, that round was just, the side of Prime 5 getting shut down at every opportunity. Considering the fact that it was flawless, no matter what angle they peaked, Lethal Esports had everything covered. And now again, it's the same story just like the first half, where it's going to be a full-on anti-eco from the side of the attackers. And how are Prime 5 looking to deal with this? Let's find out. Oh! My God.
Jivix gets Android over there. Dashes away, gives damage to Marzil as well, but Sensei has found Zaryab towards Garage, and he's walking in towards Ceiling. And this is all heard by Beast. They should be giving him that idea, but Beast is a man stuck with a classic in his hands, and Marzil is in front of him picking up an orb, and they're gonna spam through it. Oh, Beast, you poor little thing. He was playing it so sneaky for so long, but only to be spammed through the smoke, just casually. And okay, yeah, of course, everybody's doing that now, aren't we?
Last player standing.
No, after this point, yeah, you might as well look at the spam fire there. Rafa gets the last laugh and gets the final kill. That is Lethal Esports securing the anti-eco, securing double digits in rounds for them. And you can see the faces of the members of Prime 5 really disheartened. Unfortunately, you can't really see the face of Casper. The monitor blocks off the face, which is, when you're looking at player cams, the one thing you want to see are the players. It's quite annoying, but alright, regardless of that, we can still know the entire vibe, I guess that's the word I'm looking for. You can still know the vibe that is going around in Prime 5. They are disheartened with their performance because the last round they won was 4 rounds ago in the first half. This is their full buy. They should be looking to win this. Jivix had to reveal his position in order to destroy that Prowler. So the members of Lethal Esports know that there's someone on A shot, and they must realize there are a couple more reinforcements on the A bomb side. Android is going to push through. He is there in hell. He is pushing another aftershock, and with the Bucky getting with the kill. Jivix covered him off. Stranger still alive after the jet goes down. No more is Stranger alive. Rather, Casper has taken his location, and he is doing an excellent job of taking away map control from Lethal Esports. A double is the amount of kills he's gotten.
Sensei!
Looking for more, but Sensei shuts them down.
Come on,
Look at that,
Sensei!
4K.
Sensei, you insane. Insane, Sensei. Wow. Bow down to the Sensei himself, ladies and gentlemen. Lethal Esports. Absolutely destroying Haven right now.
Yep.
Might call it Haven for some, but definitely a hell for Prime 5 right now.
Nice one. Nice one. Nice one. Good.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Alright, hey man, it's the word players casters look for always. But Lethal Esports, they're looking for the win right here. Look at them pushing down in the B bomb side. Android, Sensei, both of them 1 kill apiece. Finally, bit of rebuttal from the side of Prime 5, and Stranger is doing very well. As this breach, he now has the support of Casper, who was temporarily flashed by his teammate, but now all's well that ends well. 2 versus 2. Lethal Esports, the problem for them, there is a lot of time remaining. They need to waste this time. And Marzel gets an easy kill onto Casper. What happened right there?
He just turned around thinking that window's not going to be peeked by somebody, but Lucia, he joins Marzel as he bamboozles Stranger in the end there. And that's going to be a match point, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty quick to come here. And we are going to see Prime 5 get obliterated on the map of Haven, as we will go towards the next map of Ascent with a little bit, just a little bit of a Lethal Esports advantage, unless a gargantuous comeback starts right now.
You want to play? Let's play.
Oh boy, for Prime 5. Well, they may be on their way for a comeback, who knows. He's looking for the opening kill. Jivix with another, and wait a minute, Lethal Esports are getting gunned down C-long. Now, Jivix is still alive and going about, not anymore. Rafa secures a double kill, secures some hope for his team, because the side control has been taken. The Nightfall prevents anyone from Prime 5 from pushing further. The Hunter's Fury, though, prevents anyone from Lethal Esports from planting the spike. They have to evacuate the side. And this may just be it. Now that Stranger is gone, Casper's the only one in the equation, but both the attack was very low on HP.
Oh, there comes the ultimate, though. They just want to finish this off. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Both of the initiators with the earth-shattering ultimates. One causes an earthquake, the other causes you to absolutely lose your senses. And every bit of those ultimates is absolutely more powerful than anything that I've seen in terms of an ultimate in this game. Brilliantly done. And unfortunately for Prime 5, they're going to get absolutely shattered here. This was a Lethal Esports domination. And while I did expect Prime 5 to put up quite a better of a fight, because I thought Haven is a map that if they've allowed it to come through, they should be okay with the way that they play this. But their composition just didn't allow them to be as, efficient as we would see. The Neon caused so much trouble. The Jet was outplayed here by the Duelist on the other side. That Breach and Fade combo, amazing. The ultimate, such good use. A clutch, 1v4 clutch from Lucia, 2v5 clutch from Lucia and Rafa that came in with that ultimate, that Nightfall. And of course, Marzel, with every time he sort of launched that earthquake towards his opponents, there were obviously values to be taken. Just an overall well-rounded, complete performance from the side of Lethal. And Prime 5, they've got to tighten up their shoes. They've got to do whatever it is they can on the map of Ascent, because if Lethal Esports continue with this, it's not very long that, this lethal um, uh, gang of five is just going to kill them off of the upper brackets.
Yeah, for the side of Prime 5, they have been dealt a devastating blow right now. I mean, in boxing terms, it's like a straight right hook to their face. They are down on the ground. This loss on the map of Haven would be very disheartening for any team, especially with how Lethal just completely, rounded them off the server practically towards the very end. Every single side. I still remember for a couple of those rounds, someone like Android on the Neon quite literally pushing his way into the B bomb side in the first like 20 seconds and still managing to get one, perhaps even two kills before he dies. Yes, he did die in the end, but again, as we have a look at the highlights, he had a far better influence getting those opening kills. We start from round number 1, the pistol was there, Lethal Esports won that, and then it was a comfortable anti-eco from their side as well. They always held the advantage, did the team in blue, never giving it away, and every single time they had those spree of round wins, 3-round consecutive win, 4-round consecutive win, Prime 5 was just no match for them.
Yeah, most certainly. Prime 5 just had everything. They, went straight on, head on into the head front, statement that they wanted to make Lethal Esports. And Prime 5 just could not handle it. They just absolutely could not handle it. Like, there were rounds like these where Rafa just absolutely shone at the beginning. And then Sensei, overall performance of Sensei was absolutely top notch, man. With the operator, with the headhunter, 21-10 Sensei. Absolutely amazing. A great performance from him. And he's done an amazing job at doing so. Just everything top notch, full circle. Sensei was the best player on the server in this match.
Absolutely, yeah. He really had that performance that speaks volumes about how Lethal Esports were playing, And for the side of Prime 5, this is really devastating for them. But Prime 5 definitely had their moments as well. I mean, we just saw the highlight of them getting so many kills early on. But then again, you also had rounds like these where Lethal Esports seemingly out of nowhere looking to get the thrifties and all. And this, Lucia, 1 kill, second isolated gunfight. He drops down, isolates the gunfight against Jivix, and then gets rid of Casper. 4 kills. Instead of a 1 versus 4, it became a 1 versus 1 4 times. And that makes a big difference with how you're winning those gunfights. Lucia did an excellent job of getting those kills. Couple mistakes on the side of Prime 5 as well, giving those 1v1 duels never recommended in any FPS shooter, not just Valorant. But yeah, it is what it is. The map is over. Best thing for Prime 5 would be to check the ward again, see what the mistakes were, and then rectify them for the next time we see them here in the Community Cup.
Yeah. I think that, we're going to have to wait and see what exactly Prime 5 can do, because this match seems a little too well, I don't want to say this was, a beatdown, but I do want to say this is very difficult, because it was difficult for them to get through what was their approach to this game, because every time I thought that they're going to be able to do something different, it just did not work out, because the sheer force of Lethal Esports players just completely threw them off. And on the back of that, what would you expect? It's just an absolute, powerhouse on that side.
Absolutely, yeah. Lethal Esports were definitely a powerhouse. And after this kind of performance, Lethal Esports 100% alongside like a team like Reverend are there to be like the favorites of winning the Community Cup. For now, these two teams in the upper bracket quarterfinals, they have had exceptional performances. Even Medal Esports, for that point, their win against ROG Academy was nothing short of incredible. 13-5, 13-4. They made a comeback in that BO3. And actually, the winner of this best of 3 right here between Prime 5 and Lethal Esports will be playing against Medal. So all of the players in Medal Esports, they are looking at this match with like eagle vision right here, seeing their their future opponents, seeing which team is playing better, which maps and how they're playing. So definitely, it is also going to be an interesting matchup, the upper bracket semi-finals, and absolutely every single matchup that we have here in the Community Cup, it's really going to be interesting. As long as we have very entertaining players who get a lot of kills, who become the MVPs, all the matches are going to be thoroughly entertaining. And speaking of the MVPs, let's have a look at the MVP of this map of Haven. It is going to be none other than Sensei Universe. Both of us agreed, exceptional performance from his front, a KD of over 2, 333 average combat score, and he got 3 first bloods. Truly, really good stuff.
Yep, absolutely brilliant. He kind of just stole the show today. Everywhere he went, he found a kill. Everywhere he peaked, he found a kill. There was only very few rare moments where he was outdone by somebody, but that even that was after he found a kill himself. A 2.1 KDA for him and 211. That clearly shows it. 211 ADR, basically showing that he was beyond a kill around, and absolutely amazing from the side of Sensei today. But there's one more map to go over here. As we can see, Ascent is yet to come. And given that Lethal Esports are the ones who picked up Ascent, CCV, this is worrying me, because Haven was an absolutely, had to be a win condition for Prime 5. They had to win it so that they could go to bind at least. But here, it seems like with the way Lethal Esports players are individually performing, no matter how much chemistry P5 are coming up with, it's just not working, is it?
Yeah, of the side of Prime 5, whatever they're trying isn't working at the moment. And, if they're aggressive, if they're very passive, if they're looking for gunfights early on, or they're taking things slow, more often than not, it has been the likes of Lethal Esports who have been doing an excellent job so far. And I have to say that definitely Lethal Esports have a very, very good advantage over this entire best of 3 now. Even if we go on to bind, with how Lethal are playing, it is going to be difficult for Prime 5 to snatch this win away from them.
Oh, certainly. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, we do have the second map coming up. Before that, though, we have a short little break that we will be taking. The players are going to come back, and especially Prime 5, they need this break to get back into their senses and find their groove again. Otherwise, this is going to be very difficult for them, and lower brackets will be awaiting them, especially the team that will be facing them given is ROG Academy if they go down. Or hopefully we see a map number 3, we see them win Ascent, and we see everything come to fruition. We will be back with the LG Ultragear presents the Esports Club Community Cup, powered by Intel and Crucial. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Ultragear TEC presents the Esports Club Community Cup, powered by Intel and Crucial, who make the best peripherals out there. You want some processors, you want some great SSDs. Go ahead. These two are your main category players out there right now. And of course, if you want some cutting edge monitors, do go and check out LG Ultragear. They've got some of the best. The one that I'm using right now is one of theirs. It's a 144 hertz, runs like a charm. Been using it for almost 2 years now. So trust me, I am a user, and I'm telling you that go ahead and buy that. And they're pretty, very, excessively cheap as well. So go ahead, get yourself one. And of course, don't forget, Red Bull keeps you awake, keeps you energetic. Check out the QR code that comes below, scan it, and order yourself some of those energy drinks to get yourself the energy that the lethal esports player have right now, and the energy that Prime 5 will be needing for the next game. But talking about the next game, CCV, this is a pretty quick map of Haven that's gone by. I did not see that coming. Did not really expect that. This was one of the most awaited games that we had out of the 4 that we saw. But map 1 has gone by as if it was just as quick as the neon running around the map we saw as Android.
Oh man. Yeah, Android and Paradox today, both players in different matches, have been absolutely just insane with the Neon. They have no fear in the world, and truly that's how Neon should be played, right? In your ranked matches, in your casual spike rushes, or whatnot, or even in a professional environment such as this, you want to make sure, as the Neon, you are fearless of all things. But regardless of that, next map going to be Ascent. I'm not going to lie, I'm not expecting a Neon there. We may. If Android really wants to go for it, this is more of a personal choice for him. If he wants to, definitely a Neon can be picked up, and I'm sure he's going to have an exceptional performance like he did in map number 1. But otherwise, on Ascent, the thing is, we are not going to see that much changes. Ascent has always been that cliche mirror comp kind of map where you have double initiator, Sova or Sova and Sky, sometimes a Sova and KO as well. More recently, KO has been picking up a lot of traction. Then you now have Omen as your controller. Astra, again, a couple of patchworks back, she had her nerf. Because of that, Omen is back into the prevalent meta. Omen is picked up. Jet is almost always there, no matter what's happening with her. You've got Sova, you've got KO, and then as your Sentinel, it depends between Killjoy and Chamber. At times, you may even see the Cypher, but that's very, very rare on Ascent. But yeah, my point being, Ascent has always suffered from this case of like mirror comps of these teams. Maybe Rafa will pick up the Fade again. Still a lot of questions surrounding all of that. So I'm definitely looking forward to the agent selection screen as soon as that happens to answer some of those questions and to see that are there going to be any changes in the agent compositions for both Prime 5 and Lethal.
Well, in terms of compositions, I think they're going to be sticking to what we know best, or whether or not that Jet or could be in the play. I would say that the Chamber is going to probably stick unless they want to go for a Killjoy, which is a very favorite pick on the map of Ascent. We've seen Sensei play it before. We've seen Marzel play it before. Hell, I've even seen Rafa play it before. So they've got a very good set of players over here who are, very culpable to the fact that they can play flexibly on the Sentinel agents, right? So the KO, forgive me, the Killjoy could be a pick. The KO, as I just said, can also, be a very good pick on this for both teams. But let's see how it goes. Are Lethal going to stick to that Fade? Will they maybe go for it? Is what I'm, interested to see. But we will go into the agent selection, ladies and gentlemen, as we have what we need to see right now in front of us. And unfortunately, it looks like somebody has crashed. It seems, yep, we have had a crash right there. That's okay. We'll get back into the game in just a minute. But yeah, what I do want to see, what I saw was there was a Killjoy log. I think there was a Jet there. If there's a Killjoy, there's going to be a Jet, because you can't have a Jet and not have a Chamber, or not have a Chamber and not have a Jet. You know how it works now.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Yeah. But on the other side, I think I saw Rafa hover over the Fade again. I'm not quite sure. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. We should
Definitely. Alright, but yeah, game crashes happen. Thankfully, the thing is, very thankfully, even if the game crash happened, I am really glad it happened during the agent selection and not during the first round, which was the case in the previous map, and it ended up costing the likes of Prime 5 that round because two of the members crashed, and unfortunately there wasn't anything they could do about it. It happened after the action phase had started. It couldn't be rolled back. But yeah, keeping that aside, this time again, as all of you saw, we were just ready to get into the agent selection screen, and right now as well, very quickly we'll be jumping back into it. But University, you're talking about the agents, I think we all have the clear-cut idea now that it's all going to remain around those same agent archetypes that we talked about, like double initiator most likely is going to be the name of the game. The only difference is we may see other initiators being picked up from the side of Prime 5. Okay, they are going for double initiators, and it is going to be Sova and Breach alongside an Astra. No Omen. Okay, Prime 5 are really going back. Meanwhile, Android is the one who's going to go for the fade, and even the members of Lethal Esports are going to go for double initiators. Wow.
I like that. I saw the fade on Rafa, but this time it's being played by Android. So that is something new. And it is going to be a single duelist on either side. We do have the Jets only functioning. There is still that breach available. Though Stranger has a certain liking towards it. But I honestly prefer Stranger to back when he was on the Sova. I'm not saying anything bad about, him not doing it. Of course, go ahead, all the initiator roles. Find yourself, the nook and corner that you want to fit into. But honestly, CCV Casper didn't really have the best of games, did he? Last game, he was on 2 kills as a Sova. Maybe he needs a change of theory, which is the Ascent map right here. But do you think that he maybe needs a change of agent? Maybe they can shift it up between each other. Stranger could take up the Sova, and Casper could take up the Breach if need be. But now it's too late.
I mean, yeah, it definitely interesting thought. I don't think Prime 5 want to take the risk just now. Maybe they'll figure it out after the best of 3 is over. Have a look at the board, see exactly what went wrong, how they can improve, and if that's one of the things that will help them improve, then surely they'll go for it. But for the time being, Lethal Esports, they're starting out on defense. Prime 5 are the ones attacking, and from the members of Prime 5, just quite quiet right now, moving in towards mid really cautiously. Not a single footstep being given as well. Android is going to be moving away. The Prowler is gone, didn't detect anyone. Is Sensei looking for someone? He definitely is looking for people, but nobody has been spotted just yet. This is a golden opportunity for Prime 5 to go into defender spawn, where they will find Android very shortly.
Oh, Android gets away. Now they know that this mid is a hit. They spotted 2, maybe a 3rd as well. Sensei does have a dash available, and he will get away from there. And finally, Prime 5 give up a little bit of their plans up. Still no movement, though. They've got no map control here except for mid, and that's because LE are giving it to them. 30 seconds left here. Utility recharging for every single person on the side of Lethal. And this is exactly what they want, to waste time, to let Marzil do all the work. He's got the Nano Swarms as well. He's holding them at bay. He's not letting them get in. And the site, while they are running towards it, Android, no, he will go to Stranger.
10 seconds left.
That was unfortunate. Very late approach, but it works out for them. And it works out for them flawlessly.
Ooh. My god, Prime 5 took their time, but it was well worth it. Because of what they got in return for investing that time. They got 5 kills without any repercussions whatsoever. They got a relatively open bomb site up for grabs. They moved in forward, and it was looking all too well. Lethal Esports just could not get a grip on that round. Whatever gunfights they end up taking, whatever duels they went for, all of them failed, and it meant that the attackers just had such an easy time. And for the first time, Lethal Esports in this BO3 have lost the pistol round. They're the ones having to eco. Classic shorties can be spotted on their side. Meanwhile, Prime 5 will have Spectres, full armor, and definitely the better arsenal. But still, just because of the fact that they have the better arsenal doesn't mean that Prime 5 are going to rush into it. This seems to be their strategy right now, that they're going to take things on their attack very slowly, painstakingly slow, and only then will they start an execution somewhere against Lethal Esports.
Swarm grenade out.
Well, they are taking a bit slow. Marcel. Oh, Android uses the bait and gets the kill that he required. Oh, did not spot it, Rafa. Rafa's been detected and he will get away with one as well. They're keeping it humble here. And Sensei, all he needs is one headshot. Will not connect it, will hit the body. But Lucia still. Oh my god, this is huge. This is huge. There he goes, gets one, he does not see the other one going behind him.
Last player
1v2 now. And Marcel walks out. Not completely. His game sense is a little too high for us to touch. But unfortunately, his health isn't.
Right here.
Lethal though. Keep it real close and damage their economy mightily. That gave me a very high heartbeat.
Yeah.
The shorty, I've told this before, I'll say it again, man. The shorty is the best weapon in the game.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Absolutely, that's the
Yes.
worst opinion
Yes.
anyone has ever had.
No.
In that situation, amazing. Alright, we'll have a heated discussion about this later. But for the time being, Lethal Esports, they have done an excellent job at their eco round. Sure, they lost it, but they took 4 guns away from the members of Prime 5, and Prime 5 as well. They're gonna go for a full buy. So both of the teams investing heavily into this round. And this is where things are going to get shaken up. Whichever team loses this round, economically, it is going to spell a trouble for them, be it Prime 5, be it Lethal. So everyone has got to be careful from this point forward. As for the members of Prime 5, well, they're ready for it. You know, it's the same mid-market execution. This time the B door is open, so the B bomb side, from the looks of it, seems to be up for grabs. But you have Android as the Fade sitting in the bomb side. The Prowlers are there. The methods of information will be gotten. Jivix and his location is now known. And Lethal Esports are just sitting in silence, waiting for the attackers to do something. The attackers have relocated all the way from market towards B main, and there seems to be a full-on B push from this point forward.
Oh boy, they detected 2 of them. There goes the detection from the side of Android, but it will not get anybody. Rafa not going to be able to spam on Android. He's got somebody right next to him, but he will not be able to survive. How is he alive for that long and not able to find a kill either? It's going to be Lucia and Rafa though, who will be able to do something. Casper in this corner, and that knife to get a little bit of information as well. 3 versus 3 right now, and it's all on to Sensei to try and find some space into this site. Spots one, deletes him, but not going to be getting away with more. 3 in a row for the side of Prime 5 as they take a very slow, meticulous, and controlled approach in all of the 3 rounds that they've played, and it is serving them well.
Absolutely, it is serving them well because of the fact that, yeah, they're taking their time. They are letting the members of Lethal, you know, like, waste their utility as well in the early round, and only after that, only after the initial set of utility is wasted, do Prime 5 go for an execute. It's not so much like strategically they're outsmarting the members of Lethal Esports, they're just outweighting them. And Lethal Esports, they get a little too, you know, on fire, and they want to make a move. But in doing so, many a times they're losing those initial gunfights, the gunfights that matter a lot. This right here, eco round, doesn't matter as much. Sensei's location is known, was looking for a flick, had everything ready except for that crosshair placement. So that's 1 life off the board, and you really can't discount Lethal Esports of this round. I mean, yeah, they are on Sheriffs against Vandals and Phantoms. Not much will be taking place. It's just sheer domination from Prime 5.
Indeed. And now Lucia, with the second best weapon in the game, is running around. I know what you want to say. Go on.
Spike
I'm fine.
planted.
I'm fine.
Team ace.
I can feel you itching your eyeballs.
I will restrict myself for this time.
Ah, well. With the second best weapon in the game, Lucia was able to land a headshot and nothing more. Here we are on round number
Nice.
5. as Lethal Esports will have their buy coming back to them, and with an operator nonetheless as well. Sensei looking to open things up.
Oh, well, yeah, the members of Lethal Esports, they definitely have to look forward to getting the opening kill, be it with the Operator Vandal or any gun that's out there. The opening kill should be favoring the defenders, and the earlier it happens, it will be the better. But the thing is, Prime 5 are not giving this early kill to Lethal. They're waiting for any member of Lethal Esports to overpeak, and this is just a game of patience that is being played. All of the defenders, they've emptied out the B bomb site, and the attackers are huddled towards B main. So again, this execute has a lot of question marks as will it be successful or not. The attackers go for a Killjoy lockdown. It has been placed, no way for it to be destroyed, and a full-on execute can be taking place very, very quickly. Marzel goes to the swarm grenade. Sensei peeks wide. He evades the Killjoy lockdown and the bullets just in the nick of time as the Killjoy on the side of Lethal Esports. Marzel himself secures the opening frag. That now is a 4 versus 5 with the defenders in advantage, but Beast, he's hungry to find a prey.
Well, he's walking towards his prey. That prey might just work out in his favor. Oh boy. Forgettable for what? Rafa still gets that kill. Beast on the backstab. They should be expecting this, but Lucia, he doesn't turn around in time. Marzel will get his kill, and with that comes the lockdown of his own. And this time, they've got nothing to do. Strangers locked in the site. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. And a little too late for that. Oh wait, this actually got destroyed. And he blinds the opponent as well. He's got time.
There's no time.
It.
Oh my
man.
God. And Marzel dies.
He baited Marzel. He just baited Marzel into coming in the last second. Held on with his aftershock until the very last second. And then threw it in. And Marzel was already inside by then because he knew that he will push in the last second of the Killjoy ultimate. Yeah, and there it is. Well done, Stranger.
Oh boy. Very well done. Yeah, from the side of Lethal, a much needed timeout right now. 0-5 after a 13-4 win on the first map. Oof, this is going to be really worrisome for Lethal Esports members, for all their fans watching as well. But for Prime 5, finally, a glimmer of hope. Because after struggling on the map of Haven, this seems to be their time of striking. And they're not giving away any opportunity to their opposition, no matter when it is in a round. Prime 5 are looking confident. Their executes are always working out. The one good factor for their side is that no matter what the cost, they are always able to plant the spike. Usually 1-2 people die on their side pretty early on, but they're still able to plant the spike, still push it into that post-plant scenario, and that is something Lethal Esports just haven't wrapped their heads around just yet. In this round, I don't think will be any different with Lethal going on this with this force buy, thrifty kind of buy.
Well, let's see if it works out for them. They do have a Spectre and a Stinger to work with. Lucia yet again towards that A main, keeping control with that smoke. But this patient approach, they're going to continue to do it for as long as they possibly can to get those round wins, because it's working out perfectly for them. They don't care how annoying this seems. They are going to be as annoying as possible. Lethal Esports must be scratching their scalp to understand why the hell are these guys playing like this. And in that frustration was that spam coming through as a bait for Rafa to get in from Marzel. And now, yet again towards mid they go. This time, seems like they want to go towards A shot though. Expect the person to be in this tight little corner. And Sensei misses that shot, will be spammed upon. Oh no, he doesn't take care of that recon, and that's gonna mean his death. Android will get one though, and that recon gives him information. Still stuck in this corner, blinded off of his eyes, and now it's on to Lucia.
Stealing sight.
That Stinger has proven to be useful on certain situations. He will get away. No, what? Just a headshot yet again. And 0-6. A clean scorecard, yet still kept from the side of Prime 5. How long can they keep this going? Because Lethal, what has happened to you?
Lethal have completely just crumbled away. It seems like after the events of Haven, Prime 5 still, Jivix and Zayab serious faces for them. Because yeah, they're still down a map. They haven't won Ascent just yet, although they're looking well within their rights to march on forward and take the win. Lethal Esports, the only hope for them, I guess, is the side swap, but you still need a couple of rounds before that. At the very least, like a 9-3. This is at the very least as a team you should be expecting, especially at this level. 9-3 will still be terrible, but you can try and salvage away from it. This time, Sensei, a little too early on the trigger. He did get 1 kill, but now it has costed Lethal Esports 2 of their own men without the opportunity for them to be resurrected. No Sage on board. Those 2 casualties are going to stay there for the entirety of the round. You still have more presence on the B bomb side. I mean, Android now is the only person alive. And the thing is, he has to deal with 3 attackers pushing in. Nightfall goes through. He's going to go for the Prowler as well. He spots the Sova. Not going to go for the shots. Now Android definitely has to. Because he has no other choice. Prime 5 do have the other choice of going into the A bomb site. And that's exactly what they're going to opt for.
Yeah, but Beast, he went to take that fight against Android, who is pretty low though. A bullet from that Vandal. A bullet and a half actually.
30 seconds
45
left.
HP. The Vandal delivers the 40 damage. And that's all he needs. Beast, 1 shot to the head. 0-7 now. CCV, I'm getting worried here. This is... Oh boy.
Yeah, at this point, everyone would be worried for Lethal Esports. There's going to be a point where it will be like beyond redemption for them. Even in this round, it's going to be a weak buy from their side. They went for Vandals, they went for Phantoms, they went for full armor. That did not work. Now they're back to Sheriffs, Stingers, Spectres, half armor. Classics on board as well. You have the ultimate from Marzel, but Lucia's already gone. The one other person who had the ult. And again, you ask the question, how are Lethal Esports dealing with this execute? Well, the thing is, they're trying to deal with Prime 5, but everyone in Prime 5 is just flooding the bomb site, planting the spike, and killing every defender that's out there. Only one now remains, and even he has been eliminated. Again, so quickly, rapidly, and with such efficiency. Members of Prime 5, they go into the bomb site, plant the spike, and kill every opponent that's out there. And there is no reply whatsoever from Lethal.
Oh man. Lethal Esports. How do you go from winning a game 13-4 to losing the next one 0-8? This is heartbreaking at the moment. But you need to make up for it, and you need to make up for it right now. You can still make it an 8-4 half. And you only start by winning this round. Oh, little aggressive. Rafa! Too much aggression could be a bad thing. He's down to 10 HP though. Stranger. Oh, he turns around! At the most unopportunistic moment. And now it's on to Marzel, who's been smoked off at the right time. Kappa gets in. He will take just a touch of damage. And Sensei walks into the crosshair of Beast. But Marzel's the hero right now. Spamming across players. And finally landing the first round for his team.
Better late than never is what Lethal Esports will be thinking right now. And definitely it will be fist bumps all around the boot camp and trying to instill some positive energy among them. This is a beacon of hope, but there's still a lot more work to be done. They're still trailing their opponents by 7 rounds. So yeah, like you said, an 8-4 half would be just mediocre for the side of Lethal Esports, but it is the best chance that they have of salvaging the half. I mean, any more and it is going to be bad. 9-3 as well. It's not the end of the world, but it's still a devastating blow to recover from. Anything more, Lethal Esports are in deep, deep trouble. Their goal effectively for the next 3 rounds is don't give more than 2 rounds away to Prime 5. Do not let them reach double digits. Plain and simple. Alright, so for the time being, let's see what Prime 5 and their strategy is. Killjoy Lockdown is going to go through on the A bomb side. This is one of the very few A side hits we have seen, with the exception of the previous round. And this time, they're going to be committing to it entirely. We are seeing the Cosmic Divide come through. The Killjoy Lockdown doesn't detain anyone. Android's location is now known, and he gets wall banged to oblivion from below. So the spike now planted. 5 versus 4.
Well, Lucia does not really have anything to say here. Jivix goes on top. Oh, Jivix. Oh my god, Jivix.
Wow.
Okay, he actually hit that shot. And Prime 5 are not looking to stop anytime now. They destroy the Killjoy Lockdown. They don't need anything as Rafa and Sensei are racking up kills here. And there it is. Rafa with the third. He's stopping him on his tracks. But he has been concussed. He will not be able to blind Stranger as number 9 comes up. And now Lethal Esports can only look towards the cursed scoreline or worse.
Yeah, now for the side of Lethal Esports, the thing is that it's going to be so desperate. The most they can get is the next 2 rounds in consecutive fashion. Even that doesn't seem as likely. Lethal have got no ultimates on the go. Maybe in the next round they will have a couple unlocked. Prime 5, they've got better guns. The Judge is also present on Lethal's side. Spectre, it's they are struggling in a lot of senses with their ult economy, with their credit economy, with the guns, the kind of buy, and obviously in the round count. Lethal Esports are not doing well, and Prime 5, they are capitalizing off of this fact every single round so far. Prime 5 want to reach double digits before they end the first half. That definitely is going to be a goal of theirs.
Stranger's already found Sensei, who from the last game has had a very huge downfall. Rafa and Android, though, they get one. Stranger will take a chunk of damage. Marzel still standing here with a shotgun in his hands. Needs to be careful, Marzel. Casper, he knows where Lucia is. Lucia's got A, but look at Android. Still lurking about in their spawn, and they expect this. They know that he's there.
30 seconds left.
They're walking towards him. Oh boy, there he goes. Android finds one, and Stranger's going to be getting his third. Looking for the ace now. Are they going to come to the B side? They know that Marzel's going to be here, but they are going to be taking the risk. There's no time left either. They're going to have to go in for this. There it comes. Marzel, all he needs is the one, and he's dropped him. Casper goes in, gets
Oh my god.
vulnerable, and that will double the effect of that Judge in his hand. 9 and 2, hoping for the 9 and 3, so that the cursed scoreline can set them to go home free.
No, that's again, there's no such thing as the curse. They're just looking for the 9-3. They have the best chance of, rationally trying to take the win, although it's still going to be quite difficult. Getting those like 6-round deficit back to normal, back to neutral. But if Prime 5 manage to win this round and they get 10 rounds, Lethal Esports will be in heaps of trouble, and we may just be going into the map of Bind very, very soon. Who knows? For the time being, it's still the final round of the first half, so let's see what defense Lethal Esports have against this seeming like a fast take from Prime 5. It felt very, very rapid with how they wanted to take control of the A-bomb side, but now that the smoke is here from Omen, everything has come to a standstill. Nobody wants to peek the A-bomb side anymore, and why would you? Even though Prime 5 don't entirely know it, there are 4 defenders on the A-bomb side, so the attackers, they're making a smart decision. Going back from attacker spawn, 3 of them towards the B-bomb side. There's still a significant presence towards A. 2 of the attackers are there, 3 defenders are present, but it's here on B-bomb side, where the hero of the previous round, Marzel, he has to keep the hopes of his team alive for round number 12 as well.
Marzel still on that B side, looking to be a menace, and they know that he's a difficult person to handle. He's the only one right now on the side, apart from Rafa of Lethal Esports, who's been able to throw something in the
30
bag.
seconds left.
Smoke yet again from Android, and that's a little deeper. And Sensei still holding on towards mid, hoping that he can find somebody on the cross, but that's not going to be the case. Here goes the ultimate, and he's actually damaged quite a bit of them. Lucia and Rafa's going to capitalize upon it. Finds two. Rafa with the third. Rafa with the fourth. And the ace for Rafa to bring it to 9 and 3.
Switching sides.
Every single time
boy.
the team needs him to step up, he does. On Haven as well, there was the round where he clutched out that 1 versus 2 as the fade. Even right now, full on ace for him, making sure Lethal Esports are now on 9-3. Still a chance for Lethal to make a comeback, but right now Prime 5, they have the advantage. I mean, after all, they are leading by 6 rounds. Although the pistol round will decide a lot. Will we see Prime 5 getting a repeat win on the pistol just like they did on round number 1? Or Lethal Esports, with how they were playing on the map of Haven, take the win here? And let's find out. This is going to be one of the most influential rounds we'll be witnessing in the entirety of the map, because this determines which team will have momentum going in their favor in the second half. And already, you know, as slow as Prime 5 were, that's how fast and efficient Lethal Esports are on the opposite side of the spectrum. They want to execute on B as soon as possible, no matter the cost.
Sensei. Oh, Zarya turns around and absolutely destroys him. And Divix gets another through the wall.
Remaining.
What has happened? Wow. Wow. That is absolutely amazing. The way they held on to that B side, nobody was given the, you know, a slither of a gap. Sensei should have won that fight. I don't know what happened to him. Last match, he was 21 and 10. This match, he's 3 and 12. That is a drastic fall. CCV, I don't
Yeah.
think that sort of form, you know, dip is allowed to happen, let alone it can happen.
No, Sensei definitely not having the best of maps right now. JVX gets bombarded by the amount of members Lethal Esports were pushing through. Mazel gets another kill, and Android pushes the favor more for the side of Lethal Esports, because now they have a 2-man advantage.
Spike
Now
planted.
they can plant the spike, and Prime 5, struggle for them. Lethal Esports took a big gamble, but in a desperate scenario such as this was, a 10-3 scoreline, forced buying your way after losing the pistol, it's just another gamble. You have to take it if you're desperate enough. They did, and from the looks of it, it seems to be paying off, because Prime 5 do not want to risk pushing into the bomb side too quickly. They're taking their time, using the Astral Stars, using the Nebulas. Only now does Beast swing wide. Killjoy Lockdown gives his position away. That's 1 kill going in his favor. Shades have happened. Zyrop gets a double, and that's a triple for him. 3 of them headshots. Can he defuse the spike?
No, I don't think.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
no,
isn't
he's got
enough
no
time.
time. Oh my god,
Wow.
okay. Lethal. No, Lethal. You cannot lose like that. Zaryav just took out everybody like he was going through paper mache in a machine that just absolutely demolishes it. He just turns left, right, center, gets 3 kills like it's nothing. And the man only loses because of time. Lethal are in deep trouble, man.
Yeah, they may have won that round, but they are still in heaps of trouble. They're going to go for a full buy right here. You can spot half armor on Mazel. Vandals there. Great swarm grenade. Stranger has to destroy it. No, it doesn't affect Stranger at all. So Mazel, is he going to bother checking that corner now? Or Stranger can just play hidden right there. As for the remaining members of Lethal, trying to progress forward from the market side. From Prime 5, it's not their best buy. And Lucia gets an excellent kill on Casper. Really just pixels. It was worth, and pixels is what costed him his life. So that's 1 member on the Prime 5 side gone. And Lethal are still waiting to spot someone more to kill.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Remaining.
Lethal finding a flawless for themselves as they make themselves available to halfway across the world. Half more to go to at least get to level stage, but Prime 5 are just absolutely very, very firm at the moment, or at least have been. So let's see how it works out for them, because once they are able to find themselves the groove that they need, that's going to be quite an issue. Because all they need right now is 3 rounds, man. 3 rounds, that's it.
Line can't hold forever.
Really, that is it. So for the side of Prime 5, yeah, they still have like a 5-round buffer period they have before, you know, Lethal can equalize the score. That's why Prime 5 can take things slowly, but not too slowly. Still gotta speed things up later on. As for Sensei, oh, he gets an opening kill. This time Stranger though, he gets that refrag, and Stranger for the moment is all by himself. Will be eliminated very quickly by Lucia from B main. Stranger was looking to peek that angle, but it won't be his time as Lethal once more possess the man advantage. And the only question on everyone's minds is, how do Lethal progress forward? Just like what Marzel was doing on defense when Lethal were there, Zaryab is holding as the solo killjoy on the B bomb side with the swarm grenade right here outside of B main, waiting to spot defenders. As soon as the turret spots them, the swarm grenade goes through. Zaryab is ready with those peaks. He can swing while the flash goes through. Zaryab peaks. Oh, excellent headshot onto Android. The spike has been dropped, but Lethal Esports quickly pick it up, pick themselves back up, and go into the bomb site.
Well, they get another one. And that's exactly what they need. Keep putting on the effort here. 1 versus 3, and we've not seen this be an uncommon situation for somebody from the side of Prime 5 to win. Zaryab almost did it, lost due to time, and now Beast, he's got one situation ahead of himself. Marzel's been spotted, that knife to just distract him, and Marzel will blow his head away. 6 and 10, and another eco for the side of Prime 5. Things are getting a little dicey, and a good time for Stranger to call that timeout.
Right there.
Call it early on, make some changes, and get things in motion.
Yeah, both of the teams, they don't have a coach at the time, so it's just going to the players, you know, talking amongst themselves and figuring out exactly how to progress forward. Right now we can see Zaryab saying a lot. Unfortunately, we can't see 3 members on the side of Prime 5, so we don't know exactly all the communications that were happening. But yeah, on the side of Lethal as well, you know, it's going to be a lot of back and forth between them, and in the boot camp it is still very, very serious. There is a glimmer of hope for Lethal Esports, and definitely their fans also must have recognized it ever since the second half has started. They are looking better and better, but again, Prime 5 are so close to victory that Lethal Esports cannot trip up, otherwise it is going to cost them a lot, and it potentially may just cost them the map. That is why you cannot make even a single mistake from this point forward. It is going to have shattering consequences. For this round, however, for round number 17, I don't think Lethal Esports will be too worried. Their opponents have no buy whatsoever. You know, it's really going to be a full-on thrifty round. Shorties, half armor, and sheriffs. So Lethal Esports, they look like well within on their way to get the 7th round as well.
Marzel keeping the A main in control. They know that the side of Prime 5 are on an eco, so they're going to play this still a little respectfully. The ultimate to keep them at bay. No shotgun business here. But Lucia is close to one. He's just going to hold on there for as long as possible. There go the smokes down. Lucia going to give his team the cover towards a shot as they walk in. Be still on the site. That is going to be a problem. No, it isn't. Ooh. Sensei will take care of him as Lucia now lurking towards mid. Nobody to find. Every single person from the side of Prime 5 coming from the spawn region. Marzel with one. He is looking for more. He wants his own ace, it seems like. Oh, almost looking for it. No. Sensei is going to get his second. As Lucia will take care of the 4th, and Stranger, only man left standing. is going to be able to take down only one, but it is still the side of Ellie in control, even though there's 3 rounds down. Another buy, and if this one comes through, my friend,
Oh yeah.
if Ellie win this one, it is going to be another eco, and that's going to be 10-9, which means that 8-0 lead that they had is going to be absolutely nullified.
Truly. And
It's
now
hard to
for the side of
believe that
Prime
they were
5.
8-0 up at a point.
Yeah. This is now an extremely contested affair in Lethal Esports. This is it. This can be the round where it starts to be the undoing of Prime 5, potentially the beginning of the end as well, as many people like to call it. Prime 5, they have to be very, very aware of how they play this. Already we are going to see a jet push into the bomb site. Zaryab is completely concussed by the Prowler. Beast misses his shots, but lands one before he's traded out. And in the bomb site, Rafa lies, waiting for one of his teammates to stabilize the core. They do, and that is going to be Lethal Esports now having a significant man advantage, 5 versus 3, and Prime 5, they're gonna go back. Yup,
They're gonna save.
they are
They know.
they are going to save their guns.
They know they can't let this be the end of this round. They know they need to save. A brilliant rush in towards that ace side allows Lethal to get the site and the round on the back of just 2 kills. And now Jivix is going to hold on for any sort of lurkers, any sort of leeches coming in from Lethal to find these kills. Doesn't look likely at the moment, but they are running. All of them, at least 4 of them, 3 of them, let's say, running it. B side is where they're all functioned. And Mazel might be able to find one at least. Get one weapon out of their hands. Spam. Oh, almost went right next to Casper. But they will be able to save up 3 weapons and buy around it as well. So, not yet out of the blow. They can stop the bleeding right now. But CCV, they're hemorrhaging. And they're hemorrhaging fast here. They're not able to stop this Lethal Esports right now. There's going to be a lot of red in that ledger.
Oh, definitely for the side of Prime 5, they've got to stop this bleeding. And yeah, Lethal Esports, they are ready for it. They are ready for the grabs. They have been waiting ever since it was, ever since it was the second half, the beginning of the second half, and Lethal Esports went that 9-3 scoreline. They have been waiting to strike back. And so far, both the teams have traded blows. The side control, though, goes again with the attackers. Prime 5 are back into a retake scenario. They have the Killjoy lockdown. They definitely need to use it. Lethal Esports, not an easy way they can get rid of it. Maybe the fragment on the side of the KO. But an exceptional kill with the updraft from Sensei means that the man advantage now lies within the team in red. And they are going to capitalize it off of it even further. That's another member of Prime 5 off the board. Individual gunfights are being given away, and there's no way Prime 5 will come back from this.
Well, the last 2 members standing are the ones who did not save a weapon in the previous round. But Beast will be looking like he will save one. Zaryab will not be allowed to, though. He's got his life in his hands and a Vandal. And that is all he can hope for. Sensei is thirsty to get this kill. And with the 9th on the board, the economy is still working out for the side of Prime 5. That, when the hell did Lethal go that low? 8-0. They were 9-3 down.
Yep.
And now they're 10-9. Yeah, they were 10-3 down. And now they've made it 10-9. They won 6 rounds in a row. And they're looking like they can do a lot more.
Yeah, this doesn't bode well for my curses on the real thing argument, but still, Lethal Esports, they are doing an excellent job. That's what I'm gonna go for. No such thing as a curse, just Lethal Esports doing very well. But apart from that, for Lethal Esports and for the sake of all of their fans, they should hope they keep doing well because they're so close. They're just a single round away from equalizing the score against Prime 5. And once things really get leveled, well, on the scorecard things are leveled, but we know the momentum is thoroughly with the team in red right now. The attackers, the members of Lethal, as soon as they find an opportunity to get into a bomb site and they can plant the spike, this is the strength of both the rosters. They want to get the spike planted as soon as possible, wherever it is. and that is going to be their safe haven. So they're clearing out Cubby, they're clearing out Market, they are in Market, and already Prime 5, they're going to go for the Killjoy lockdown. They want to prevent Lethal Esports from pushing forward, but already Jivix is gone, and Lethal Esports, do they fall back? No, all of them are staying right next to the Killjoy lockdown, and they are waiting to push forward.
Oh, now they know where Casper is. They're gonna throw him off his guard. They're gonna damage him as well. And it's all onto Zaryab, and they know exactly where he is. Rushed upon, killed, and completely dismantled. Lethal Esports. This is their true power. Coming from the grave itself to find themselves the 10th. And what a comeback this has been. My word, ladies and gentlemen. A work of art.
Oof.
Brilliantly done. Execution. Just top notch.
Truly. And everyone is performing. Sensei as well, who had like 3 kills and 12 deaths, now has 11 kills and 14 deaths. He has definitely recovered in in the statistics department. You know, he's gotten like 8 kills, died only 2 times in the second half. So really everyone in Lethal Esports is now pulling their own weight. No one is lacking behind, no one is lacking in their performance as well. Prime 5, this is the final frontier they have. This is like the final chance of redemption, of trying to take this map. Otherwise, you know, what already felt like a gut-wrenching defeat on the map of Haven is going to become a whole lot worse if they lose Ascent like this. For Lethal Esports, I think they are aware that Prime 5 don't have the strongest buys. You know, I mean, Jet already has gone for the Blade Storm. We can hear the Sheriffs fire away at multiple corners, but still Lethal Esports are taking things quite slowly. They're just waiting out. This seems to be the first, I mean, after quite a while, an A hit from the team in red.
There's one win condition though, CCV, and that's that Breach ultimate. They've got the Rolling Thunder, and of course, Jivix is nice. Those two are the win conditions for this round. Oh, Marcel! He finds Jivix! They cross each other and Marcel wins it! But the Rolling Thunder comes through, but he's not going to be able to win that fight either! Does not expect Rafa in the corner, the tight little corner, and Zaryab, the only man left along with Casper, 2 of them with Sheriffs. Nothing they can do. Even those 2 win conditions, the 2 ultimates that maybe could have changed this round. That ultimate from Stranger and the Blade Storm from Jivix go to naught. That smoke helps Marcel win that fight. He sees Jivix in just about a second, a fraction of his body being visible to him.
One enemy remaining.
And no way was Casper gonna escape that double crouching camp there. Zaryab only can hope for so much. A bullet straight to his body is gonna be his demise. Delivered by Lucia, straight to the head. Ladies and gentlemen, Lethal Esports take the lead on Ascent.
After being down 10-3, Lethal Esports have now won 8 rounds consecutively. 8 rounds without even giving a single one away to Prime 5 in the middle of it. And Prime 5, full buy on their end. They've got 2 ultimates, the Cosmic Divide, Hunter's Fury present. You've got the lockdown from Marcel on the side of Lethal Esports, but this is it. Unless Prime 5 win this, and they need to, I mean, for all that they have been playing for the past 1 hour and 45 minutes, ever since we started the map of Haven, Prime 5, they have been struggling. On Haven, it wasn't the best of affairs, and right now on Ascent as well, they had such a strong start, 8-0. But then Lethal Esports was like, hey, let's just wait for the second half. Let's just wait after the pistol round is over. And man, they started. You know, Universe, I am very glad that you are casting with me right now this very match, because I know for a fact if Aggie was here, he would not stop talking about the curse. Why? Because according to him, this match does fulfill his criteria of a curse, you know. Lethal Esports 9-3. No, you don't have. You really don't.
So, CCV, the curse you see as the proof given here. The 9-3.
The one.
Yeah, just
The one map.
No,
Where it
no, not one
happens.
map, man. Not one map, man. I've seen multiple on my good days. Global Esports, Velocity Gaming, Enigma Gaming. I've seen every single one of them go through this curse. But for the moment, let's forget about what we call curses and superstitions and head on to
Yeah.
the realistic facts in front of us, which is Jivix looking for a kill. And how? Wait. I didn't even see that connect. That was a quick shot. Absolutely brilliant. Zaryev, though, still stuck in that corner. Lucia will take care of him. Rafa, coming through his own grenade, has actually found a great backstab. He just needs to walk through. Rafa walks through. He's going to get a double, but no. Jivix takes care of him now. He has the angle in his hands. And it's only a matter of time. He checks him out, gets him off. And with this 2v3, if only Rafa had walked out, he would have found himself a killing spree. But it is now onto Lucia. And it is on
Last player standing.
to Android. Now he's the only one left. The
Mark
Fade
one.
Haunt goes through. He can spam Stranger if he wants to. He's trying to play for time here. He's got information, but he doesn't have time.
Diffuse.
11-11. Make a wish, Beast, because you're gonna need it right now. Make a wish right about now that you're gonna drag this on to that third map of Bind. Because Lethal are not gonna let this go easy.
Definitely not. If Lethal Esports have fought their way from a 3-10 all the way to 11-10, there's no way Lethal are going to give this up. But the thing is, both the teams are so vulnerable right now, and it's such a delicate situation because of the fact that both the teams are a single round away from match point. Whoever wins this will be securing overtime for themselves, at the very least, potentially setting themselves up for success. Round number 23 matters a lot for all 10 of the players in this server, because this differentiates whether we are going to the third map or whether the members of Prime 5 are going into the lower brackets and Lethal move forward to play against Medal in the semi-finals. Still, no kills, no casualties, no trades whatsoever. We have seen around 25 seconds of the action phase, and Lethal Esports, they are taking a page out of the book of Prime 5. They are taking things very slowly. Now, they want to amp things up with the use of the Killjoy lockdown. Oh!
Jivix, great kill. Sensei, while he does have the entry onto the side, there is an ultimate that can prevent that. Yep, there it comes. Oh, he's actually found him. Lucia gonna lose his life. No, he's gonna get away just about in time. 5 versus 4. Sensei, good positioning, but no dash available to get away from here. They're gonna need that drone to do some work, but it's going towards short. Jivix, up and close now. He gets away from it, Sensei. As much time as they can pass, they just want to do that. The cosmic divide comes through. The recon is there as well. Sensei is getting up and close. Personal Rafa and Android though. They make him work. Android with one more. And now it's on to Stranger. 1 versus 2. Has got a flash available, but has no positioning.
Oh.
He wanted to run away with the operator. 12-11. Match point, and perhaps, ladies and gentlemen, series point for Lethal Esports.
Oh boy, this is it for Lethal. They are right here for her side of Prime 5. They've given it their all. 1 round separates us from going into overtime. Prime 5 already know what it's like to go into overtime. They went into overtime in the qualifiers for the Community Cup against Bonk on the map of Haven. Prime 5 back then ended up winning. Here, well, we still don't know if it's going to be an overtime or not. Nightfall goes through alongside the fault line, stopping Lethal Esports. They cannot execute forward into the B-bomb side. Everyone is concussed, but they still push on forward. Lucia gets the opening kill towards Boathouse. Sensei peeks. That's 1 headshot, and that's going to be another. Prime 5. This may just be their undoing.
Spike planted.
No way I saw this happen with my own eyes. Rafa's taking out Stranger. Beast is done.
My
It is
God.
over. Ladies and gentlemen, a comeback of the highest order. 10-3 down to win it 13-11. Your final semi-finalist of the upper brackets, Lethal Esports. Now, what a victory to get them through as well.
Absolutely, absolutely for their side. Fair play. They fought their way. Prime 5. Yeah. After Haven, we said this was disheartening for them, but this really was something on another level. Completely heartbroken would be their members. We can see Zaryab right now, and it is what it is. Tough luck for them. Esports can be like this, but it's still double elimination. The members of Prime 5, they're going to go down in the lower brackets. They still have a fighting chance. They can move on forward. They can try to be in the grand finale, because after all, here in the Community Cup, we have a prize pool of 1,50,000, which is going to be shared among the top 2 teams. The winners going home with 1 lakh rupees, the runners up going home with 50,000. So you need to be in the top 2 if you want to go home with some sort of prize. If you're not, well then unfortunately you got to go home empty-handed. For the time being, Prime 5 are going to go home really, really disheartened. I know I just used this word, but it is the perfect way we can describe what has happened to them in this BO3. Just, yeah, man, they gave it their all, but it just wasn't meant to be.
This is just a moment where you're just gonna you're gonna look at the screen and be like, oh my god, what the hell did we do? What just happened? There's no way. We were 10-3 up. They won the pistol. And that was all that was needed. They won that pistol. They would have won the round after that. No. Stopped in their tracks. 1-9. Forgive me. 1-7 in a row. Let's go back to the highlights, because while the first half was all Prime 5, the second half was Lethal Esports. And it's all about that. And I'm gonna see, like, it's gonna be spammed across maybe a couple of players. Second half Esports, sure, go on ahead. They look like it, and they will have no problem taking. They will have no problem saying that second half Esports, of course, go ahead, because they will take the second half, and that's what's important, isn't it?
I haven't heard that one before. That's a good one. Second half Esports. But anyways, man, for the side of Prime 5, I mean, I know I've said all that I wanted to say, but you still feel for them. Even if you are the most die-hard Lethal Esports fan, even if you are like the most die-hard Marvel fan, still have to commend the side of like Prime 5 and their performance that they had on the map of Ascent early on. Later on, yeah, there were a lot of mistakes they made. The trades necessarily weren't there. They started giving away those 1v1s very, very easily. And Lethal Esports just, took it with all they had. Even look at this play from Marzel. Pushes in Casper. Beast was checking out Heaven since there was no cover. Individualize those gunfights. Great play from Jivix when we saw this live. Updrafting onto those boxes, getting a kill onto Heaven. But still, as soon as the second half started, there was just no stopping the members of Lethal Esports, and they had all the advantage in the world. The momentum started favoring them heavily. No matter what Prime 5 did, they took multiple timeouts. It still did not work. No change in strategy worked, no change in playstyle worked. Lethal Esports was still well within their rights of taking the second half, and that's exactly what they did by getting those 8 consecutive rounds and equalizing the score 11-11 later on.
Well, Lethal, something that we all thought would not come forth in this game has come into play. And, well, CCV, look at the scoreline. What was the one right before this? You got to believe in it, my friend. Someday. Someday you got to believe in it. Some fine day, you will see that number 3 and number 9 are very closely interrelated. They are the cursed numbers
factors
in
of each other.
this map of Ascent.
They are also factors of each other.
They are factors of each other, because once that 9 and 3 come in, the 3 has the potential to become 13. So
I meant more in like mathematical terms, like since 3 squared is 9, 9 is like the square root.
Sure.
Regardless. But again, all terrible math jokes aside, yeah, this map is definitely going down in the history books, And as for the Community Cup, this can be one of the most entertaining maps we have seen so far. Every single map has had its chaotic, what just happened kind of moments. But this was a long, drawn-out affair. This was 24 rounds, back to back of these teams going against each other. And in the end, it went in the favor of Lethal. So yeah, Prime 5, they did give it their all, and having a look at the scorecard, every single player in the server, all 10 of them, definitely had a major presence in this entire map. Even someone like Sensei ending the map with 14 kills, 17 deaths, really a big uptick from the first half where he was having a relatively very quieter day. And from the side of Prime 5 as well, Casper also having a quieter day. Didn't have the best of statistical performance on the map of Haven. On Ascent as well, he was like 8 kills. So, I mean, just a bit below average performances, but really, it can be just maybe it's just not his day today. And the next time we see him, he can be swinging wide with full force.
Yep. We will see Prime 5 in the lower brackets, ladies and gentlemen, as we will continue to watch Lethal Esports tomorrow or day after face off against their semi-finalist partner, which I believe is was it? Wait, am I getting it right?
What?
I think I've lost my mind. I think I've lost my mind. We'll talk about the brackets later. Let's look at the medal, right? Medal esports, of course. Yes, Lethal versus medal. That is going to be pretty good. And the match MVP here, Rafa, of course, 305 ACS, 25 kills for this man as the KO absolutely tore through his opponents and did an amazing job of both providing kills as well as assists. Brilliant performance, individual brilliance from this man has put his team to a position where that comeback was possible.
Absolutely so. Yeah, everyone from the side of Lethal definitely stepped up, and Rafa on Haven as well. He was looking very good, and right now, as the match MVP on the map of Ascent, he has been Mr. Consistent. Whenever the team relied on him, he got it. May not have the most first bloods, but he still was the one who got the ace as well. So yeah, very very influential player. 300 average combat score, 25 kills in just a single map. Really good stuff, and definitely well deserving of this position and this title of match MVP. Now let's have a look at the series MVP. Is it going to be a double for Rafa? Let's have a look. Yes, it will be. Overall 43 kills and 24 deaths, 289 average combat score. That is averaging out all the rounds that have happened on both the maps. Still 289, fairly high number. Average damage rating of 180 as well. So definitely Rafa, averaging more than 1 kill per round, and he did a phenomenal job of finding those picks when his team needed to as well.
Yep, and it wouldn't be any better. He's got a minimum of 20 kills per map. So, well, at least close to 20 kills. 25 in this one. In the previous one, he 43 minus 25, whatever, 18. Yeah, that's 18. Yeah, about 18 kills. And brilliant stuff. 18 assists as well, 24. That's a close to 2 KDA right there. And overall, amazing stuff. Let's go to the brackets, ladies and gentlemen, as we have a look at the final standings of the Community Cup at the moment. Medal Esports going up against Lethal, which is going to be an amazing matchup. Make sure you tune in for that, because that is a real fight of the untouched talent between these two teams. The 10 players that are there on the cross, all of these teams that are there in the upper brackets as well as lower brackets, still alive at the moment. But soon there will be 10 players dropped out, and that is going to be from the lower bracket. ROG Academy going up against Prime 5 and True Rippers against Paradise. We will see in the lower bracket who survives it all out. But for today, ladies and gentlemen, that has been practically it. We have had two amazing matches, both ended off as 2-0s, and deservedly, the team that took it all is going further into the upper bracket. But for how long will they stay there is a question to be answered in the days to come. We hope you loved what you watched. And if you did, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and the notification bell icon, because in the next couple of days, every single day, there's brilliant Valorant action coming your way. So don't forget. Yeah, and more indeed. We've got a lot of things happening at the Esports Club.
Yep.
There's R6 running. There's a lot of Apex running as well. Go ahead and check all of that out. We've got everything running here. It is called the Esports Club for a reason. Right? So let's wrap it up for today. The Community Cup of Valorant is done. We will see you all tomorrow. Thank you all for joining. This is the LGR that represents the Esports Club Community Cup, powered by Intel and Crucial. Have a good night, happy gaming, and we will see you all tomorrow.
From the legends of memory and storage, Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products, precision engineered for speed and stability. Crucial Ballistics.
If you would keep me waiting, I would wait a lifetime. In tricky situations, I will be a lifeline. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, no. Keep coming back for you time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the hoops, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the hoops, yeah, baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got, baby, I got you. 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 Ocean in between us, still I feel your heartbeat. There's something about you, baby, that makes me feel complete. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, no. Keep coming back for you time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the hoops, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the hoops, yeah, baby, I got you. 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 I got, baby, I got you. 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 The world is going wild and they if you would keep me waiting, I would wait a lifetime. In tricky situations, I will be a lifeline. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, no. Keep coming back for you time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the hoops, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the hoops, yeah, baby, I got you. 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 Baby, I got you. I got you. I got you. Ocean in between us, still I feel your heartbeat. There's something about you, baby, that makes me feel complete. Nobody's meant to be fighting alone. That's why I'm taking you home. I never felt something like this before, no. Coming back for you time after time. Maybe I'm losing my mind, but I know I'll never leave you behind, no. Baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the hoops, yeah, baby, I got you. When you feel like falling, I'll be there to prove, yeah, that baby, I got you. No matter the distance, no matter the hoops, yeah, baby, I got you.